Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look at some of these coins. On this video we're going to look at XRP and Bitcoin, but I will be making another video later on this evening where I'll be talking about some of the altcoins I've been buying recently, and just if you're interested in that, there'll be StormX, Ravencoin, Algo, SXP, and what was the other one? The KNC. That's it. So I'll be talking about those ones later. We'll be doing some charts on those and seeing how far we can take those. Oh, and Matic as well. But before we go ahead and talk about those, I've also been playing around with traditional markets on Bityard. So I don't know if you've watched these videos that I've made on this. I've been talking a lot about Bityard. It's basically a trading platform mainly for cryptocurrencies, but it has a whole area of traditional markets, which is perfect. So we made some awesome profits on crude oil today, and also on the Nasdaq. So and it's all traded within crypto. So I mean, you got to love that anyway. So I'll leave a link for you to go below on that one, and also join the Telegram, because I've got lots of airdrops going on there at the moment as well. But that's enough about that. Let's actually have a look at some of these charts. So Bitcoin really pushing up high and hard on the 4-hourly here. I thought we were going to come back down a little bit further, maybe even down towards the bottom area of this Bollinger Band, the 11,000 area or just above. But we haven't. We've actually come up. So I was getting a little bit scared because I was buying into a lot of these over the last few days over the weekend. I wouldn't normally do that, but things were looking pretty ripe and ready, and we made some decent profit on that. But I was getting ready to take profit earlier because I was getting a little bit scared. But out of the blue, out of nowhere, we popped up, and where are we going to go from here? Well, there is a strong chance that this is the top here, because this is the top of this Bollinger Band on the 4-hourly, and the 4-hourly generally appears to be respected quite well. The thing that made me a little extra worried was this MACD cross here. And I know that that's not much onto its own, but it's something to be aware of, because last time, well, generally, I'll show you what happens. When we have a big move like this and then a 4-hourly MACD cross, we often come down quite dramatically. So we had a big move all the way up here, a MACD cross followed by a dump, which took us just on this candle body. It was 1.5%. That's not much, is it really? It's not much. You could measure this one also, but it's not in the same category because it was all the way down. This one all the way up here, and then we had a cross. So from the top area here to the bottom wick, that was a 3% drop. I know this isn't much, but when you're holding a lot of alts like I was getting concerned that we were going to dump. And you could argue that that's not really a dump. 3% is not really a dump. So we've done that one, and then obviously go back in time here. Obviously that one was tragic. We won't really read too much into that, but we can look at the top to perhaps maybe even this bottom, so it's 3%, or you could measure all the way down to here, which is a 7%. But I don't count that one as much. 4-hourly crosses do generally often play out on a MACD, but it hasn't this time, or hasn't yet, is what I'm saying. It hasn't done it yet. It could still do it, but it's not done it yet. That is a very, very quick U-turn there from that moving average, so the whole thing could be void and we could just continue to go up. So what we'll do now is we'll look on a daily chart to see what's going on with the daily chart, and the MACD pushing itself, should I say, into bullish territory. The RSI is creeping up, ready for another big move, I would say. Money flow index is neither here nor there, so plenty of room. This area here is all being respected. Any sort of drop down I'd expect to be supported upon this trend line here. Any move up to this level here, though, I would expect a rejection. So that's a rejection, a significant rejection. I would expect from 12,700. So 12,174, that's where it is today. It's upwards facing, so it's more and more each day. That's the super resistance, and if you're not aware of that super resistance, it started all the way back in 2017. Rejection, supports up here, and rejections here, and rejections and supports and rejections, and then obviously we had a lot of attempts to break above it, and then a final rejection from it. So that is the area to get scared of, basically. That's the area to, I suppose, take profit from, or just to be very afraid of. Maybe even go short on it, and be ready to flip to bullish mode, because if we break above that, then it would be really big supercharged bullish mode in my book. And with the setup that we've got here, with at least the MACD and the RSI, suggests that we can push up to that level, up to 12,200 probably, or just around that area, before we get significantly rejected from there. Right, XRP, basically following Bitcoin with a bit more of anemic approach to its moves. Very much the same kind of deal with XRP, and this is the daily chart here. So a significant pullback here from yesterday, and a massive bounce back up from that 200 exponential moving average, well into the Bollinger Band. Just crossed over the center of that and should, I would say, reach to the top. We're talking about 26 cent at that point. 26 cents shouldn't be too much of a problem. Let's have a look at the other situation here, though, which is a negative MACD cross that is still technically, just as of today, started to forge what could be a cross in the making. It's not bullish like all the other alts are bullish, but it's not bearish either. The RSI is all over the place, so there's no real constructed formation there. Neither really is there anything with the MACD. The only good thing about this MACD on the 4 hourly here is that it looks like it wants to make that cross. Now let's have a look on the daily to see what's going on here with the daily. Daily looks a little bit more constructive. In fact, it looks very nice, and the MACD here crossing into bullish territory, and you can see actually on the daily chart it looks more constructive. There is plenty of room to go for this one. Easily will take out 26 cent, no problem. I'll be aiming for targets around about 28 to 29 cent for this one. Back into this blue box territory within the next few days if Bitcoin doesn't just fall back into itself. Now, I've been made aware that there's some kind of strange deal going on, some kind of fundamental news that might take place tomorrow, something along the lines of a rebate from back in the 2013 some exchange got hacked. Back in those days Bitcoin was worth $400, so loads of people had their $400 worth of Bitcoin taken away. Apparently they're going to get reimbursed at today's value because they're getting their Bitcoins back, not the price that they lost back. So you could argue that that could be one or two things. There could be a lot of very happy people in there that will just hold on to those Bitcoins, or there could be a lot of desperate people that will, wanting to sell those Bitcoins. So whatever happens, I think from what I understand, there's around about 15,000 of these Bitcoins getting issued out to people tomorrow as a rebate. There could be a bit of dumping going on as a result of that. But again, I don't like reading too much into that. I can't account for that. I don't know how genuine that is, but I've been told, I've been told. I mean, it's out there for you to see. That is definitely going to happen tomorrow. So is that going to be a problem? We'll have to wait and see. I would say, looking at this chart, I'm going to trade it on the back of a chart, not on the back of a tweet. And the chart tells me that we could likely reach all the way up to 12,180 before we get significantly rejected. So it might be worth holding on to whatever it is you've got. But I'm not a financial advisor, so this is not financial advice. Anyway, I'm going to leave it with you there. Feel free to join the Telegram, subscribe to this channel. The Telegram, we get lots of airdrop information come through, so there's tons and tons of free money on there that just gets shared amongst the group. So just you can't complain with free money. And also, I'll leave the link for Bityard if you want to set yourself an account up. There's nothing wrong with trading traditional markets, especially with this election going on. There's some prime traditional market trading about to take place. And obviously, the main thing is, it's all about the crypto, really, and there's plenty of crypto to choose from, and you can you can use leverage up to 150%, even 200% if you're short and long in things like oil and Nasdaq. Anyway, I'll leave you a link for all that below, and I hope you have a nice evening, and I'll make some more videos about the alts that I've picked up later on this evening. Thanks for watching.